So it's as simple as that, really.
A major part of your art style, which may be lost on a lot of the American and worldwide audience, is your Anglo-Saxon style of sequential art. UK readers can remember from their childhood picking up these summer annuals, and in those summer annuals, which would almost always be set in the Second World War, there'd be these stories. What was striking was the tone of these annuals, more grittier, brutal realism, and in contrast to the flamboyant, more colourful American versions.
Yeah, the English comic style.
Yes.
Exactly. Well, that's true because, I'm English and, I was brought up on very kind of conservative English comics. As you know, American comics have become famous for dynamism, a very splashy sort of style, whereas English comics have traditionally been kind of conservative, kind of very grounded in reality and down to earth. So I think that influence probably, the influence of the older conservative style of art is as much about what I do as the American stuff, because my initial influences were people who did newspaper strips. There were two guys who did newspaper strips. A guy called John M. Burns, who's still working in the business now, and another guy called Tony Weir, who did a Western newspaper strip called Matt Marion, who now is no longer with us, I'm sorry to say. But his style was very conservative, very grounded. And then there's another English artist called Ronald Embleton, who is my single biggest influence. And he was very kind of classically English, although his work was very much more dynamic than the other artists of his time in the same job. So I think my work is a mix of things, because when I became a teenager, I got into Kirby, Jack Kirby, and Steve Ditko. So and Steve Ditko is a massive influence on me too. So all these things have kind of blended. So I'm kind of a mishmash of those guys, really.